Hey ladies, this is Dr. Laura Ritchie. I'm a certified women's health and functional nutrition coach and a doctor of physical therapy. And I wanted to jump in again just to say hi, to talk a little bit about self-care. Sarah had asked me to do a couple Facebook Lives as the retreat is coming up. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are going to come and join us in Virginia. I'll be traveling from Texas and I can't wait to meet all of you guys. There's going to be some great information, some amazing speakers, and you don't want to miss it. And one of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about today is self-care, because I feel like it really is a foundational piece to our health and healing. Because oftentimes we may want to change our diet, maybe we want to work on nutrition or exercise or sleep or stress, any of these foundational pillars to our health. But in order to do that, we have to create the time and space to implement those things. Let's just take nutrition as an example. We're going to have to create time to maybe go to the grocery store and meal prep and cook and create these healing foods in our home. That doesn't just automatically happen. And oftentimes we're trying to cram more and more things onto our plate when really we need to be practicing the art of self-care and taking some things off and lightening our load, especially when we're healing right now. So let's focus on that. I feel like the first piece is really to take responsibility for our own health and well-being. Nobody is coming to save us. In fact, we're not broken. We're just working on bringing things back into balance, restoring balance and healing in the body. And it starts with us taking responsibility for our own health and healing, because nobody's coming to do that. It's our responsibility, right? And my private health coaching clients either love or hate this. But once we take on that responsibility for healing as our own, it really empowers us and it takes us out of that victim mentality. This is really a great quote from Cheryl Richardson that I just wanted to share with you guys. She said, "When you accept the reality that nobody's coming to save you, you reclaim the power to change your life forever." And I thought that was really beautiful and something that I just wanted to add into this. So what does that mean as far as self-care? Well, it means us looking in and checking in with our boundaries. Do we set healthy boundaries for our life? Do you make self-care a priority in your life right now? It's okay to give yourself permission to put yourself first and address your needs, especially when you're healing. I actually think this is vital. This is an act of survival to do self-care, because I think oftentimes in our society we're taught that it's wrong, that we're being a bad girl. We want to be a good girl. We want to be a people pleaser. We want to do everything, and that self-care is selfish. It's actually the exact opposite. It is not selfish at all, because we can't pour from an empty cup. And when we start to take care of ourselves and as we start to heal, we become better mothers, sisters, wives, spouse, all of those things to those people. And it's really, really essential. So another really great quote that I just wanted to share with us really quick: when self-care is low, resentment is high. Woo! So check in with yourself, see how that's feeling for you. Is your tank low? And if it is, let's see what we can do to fill it back up. It's really, really important. So this comes from saying no. Setting healthy boundaries comes from saying no. And this makes people oftentimes very, very uncomfortable, because again, we're talking about being people pleasers and we want to be the good people, but we have to say no to set our own boundaries for our health and healing. So I encourage you guys to check in. Do you have boundaries? Do you say no? Does the thought of saying no to people make you super uncomfortable? What is that bringing up in your life right now? And creating healthy boundaries really starts with the courage to say no. And we have to practice it, guys. It's like a muscle. The more that we say no, the easier that it gets. And I really like Cheryl Richardson. You guys should check her out and see. She's got some great books, The Extreme Art of Self-Care. And she really recommends putting space between the request and the response. So if you don't feel like you can say no, just say not at this time, or let me sleep on it and I'll get back with you. Create some space there so that you can really decide what you want to do. I really liked her response to this. Cheryl Richardson says, "Thank you so much for your invitation. While I am unable to accept, I wish you all the best." That's really powerful. So I want to challenge you guys. This is your one action step that I want you to do. is if somebody asks something of your time this week, if it doesn't completely light you up, if you're not automatically like, yes, I want to do this, say no. Say no, or say, let me sleep on it, create the space like we were talking about. Because whenever you say yes to anything in your life, you're saying no to something else. We're making these choices and decisions all the time. In order for you guys to come to this retreat and put your self-care and your healing first, you have to say no to other things. That may be no to spending time with your family or no to doing other things, but you're worth it. You are worth this time to come to this retreat and be on this healing journey with us and learn all this valuable information that you can implement into your life. So that is my challenge for you. You should not say yes out of guilt. If you're feeling like, oh, I should do this or I should do that, that's a no. And really tune in with your body. If it's lighting you up, if it's bringing you passion, if somebody asks you to do something and you're like, oh my gosh, yes, I would love to do this, that's a yes. If it's anything besides that, it's a no. So implement that action step, see how it makes you feel, comment in the thread below and let me know, how did that experience go for you? How was that experiment? How did you feel? Did you get really uncomfortable? But in order to implement anything, guys, again, changing your nutrition, adding in a little bit of movement, working on stress relief, whatever your health goal is, we have to create the time and space to do it. And that comes from self-care and that comes from setting healthy boundaries. So I hope you found this helpful. Reach out to me, comment below, let me know. And I hope you guys are going to say no to other things and say yes to coming to this retreat, because it really is going to be an amazing healing experience to just bond with other people that know what you're going through. They've been there and you can talk to them. You can share your story. All of those things are so, so inspiring. If you need a little bit of support, emotional support in this area, clove essential oil is actually, we call it the just say no oil. It's the oil of boundaries. So if you have a really hard time doing that, if you need a little bit of emotional support, you could put a drop of clove on the bottom of your feet. It is a hotter oil, so you'll want to dilute it, but that could be a nice one to just help you with that. Spearmint is actually the oil of confident speech. So if you need a little bit of emotional support speaking your truth, voicing that could be a great oil. You could put it right over your thyroid. And then another oil that you could use that I really, really love for emotional support is bergamot. It is the oil emotionally of self-acceptance, which I feel like is so beautiful, because so oftentimes a lot of us feel like we're not enough. We're not good enough, strong enough, smart enough, thin enough, whatever it is enough. We come from a place of scarcity, and that's not true at all. And actually the first step with healing is really working on that piece, your self-acceptance, your self-love, showing yourself some grace, because you guys are on this healing journey and it's a heroine's journey, right? To heal your body, mind, body, soul, spirit. That's what we're talking about. And not everybody is up to the quest, because it is a little bit challenging, right? If it was super easy, everybody would change their nutrition and be exercising and be managing their stress and be living these vibrant life, but it can be a challenge sometimes. So couple tips and tricks, a couple ways to support yourself. I hope you guys have a beautiful week and I hope to see you at the retreat. So have a great day. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.